What is up, everybody? Welcome in to the Fantasy Tap. My name is Michael, and this is John, and we are a fantasy football podcast. Today we
And
have
YouTube
our
channel. And YouTube channel. We do both.
and YouTube channel.
We do it both.
Well, we're a podcast on a YouTube channel. Can you be both?
We're a
Like,
YouTube channel that
are you-
podcasts.
But we started as a podcast and we went to YouTube.
We expanded our horizons.
Yes, we did. That is true. So we have our week 7 must starts and sits of the week. Got some hot ones for you, baby. We're excited for this. We talked about it at the beginning. I forget the buy or sell episode. This is one of our favorite episodes to do of the week. Last week, I was on fire. I nailed all 8.
Nailed it.
So hoping we do that again. We can do that again. Before we jump into it, guys, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also hit the little bell icon so you know when we go live and launch new videos. We do go live every Sunday at noon Eastern to answer your start sit questions. Also, don't forget to join our Discord. The link is in our description. John, let's jump into our week 7 must starts and sits of the week.
Okay. So everyone knows about all the rumors going around the NFL right now with regards to Deshaun Watson and the possibility of him being traded to Miami. I think that's going to do nothing more than just fuel a fire for my boy Tua Tagovailoa, who I have been waiting all season for to come up and just be an absolute monster of a stud. I think against Atlanta, we're going to be seeing a great opportunity for him to really be putting some stats up. And him and Waddle's connection have seemed to be rolling very, very nicely. And I'm expecting big days from them both.
Yeah, I like that one. I like it a lot. Obviously, being a Dolphins fan, I guess. Yeah, I love Tua. I think he's going to have a very good week. I expect him to keep moving forward and building off the game he just had. So, all right, let's do it to it. My quarterback start of the week is Matty Ice, baby. Matt Ryan going up, same game, going up against the Miami Dolphins. They have allowed an average of 21 points per game to the quarterback position this entire season. He has also thrown it over 40 times in 3 out of his 5 games, coming off the bye. Also, they're getting back Russell Gage and Calvin Ridley. And they're coming off a bye. They've had extra time to prepare for this. Yes, Byron Jones and Xavier Howard are potentially playing this week. Miami didn't have them last week. However, it doesn't really scare me too much. Matt Ryan slinging the ball around. He's got the connection to Pitts. They're going to try to build off that. Plus, they got Calvin Ridley and Russell Gage. Let's go, Matt Ryan. They're going to throw it for over 40 times, and they're going to make it a close one, but they're going to lose. But he's going to be a quarterback one.
All right. I'm going to be going with my running back out of the exact same game as well. I'm going to be telling you that you should be playing Daryl Patterson, as everyone knows, should be on your roster, should be starting as at least a running back 2 or a flex option. Going up against Miami this week, you're looking against not only a number 4 in most points allowed to the running back, but number 3 when it comes to the most points allowed to the receiver, and he seems to fill both roles exceptionally well. This week, going against the Dolphins, I expect Cordell Patterson to just find a bunch of holes in our defense, as every other team has been able to do, and more than likely find himself in the end zone on another set of limited touches, which is big breakaway plays that he seems to make happen.
Very nice. Very, very nice. I like it. Cordell Patterson is definitely winning some people games and potentially leagues this year. So 9th year breakout. Love to see it. My running back start of the week is Daryl Henderson going up against the Detroit Lions. It is a revenge game for both quarterbacks. I love it. I'm excited to watch this game. Well, actually, what time are they playing? Because I might not be able to watch this game. Anyways, be at the Dolphins game. But Hopefully they play later in the day so I can watch it on my car ride back or something like that. Not while driving. I won't drive.
No doing
Of
that.
course. Yes. The Detroit Lions are horrible against the run. Pretty much bottom third, at least, if not bottom three in every category against the running back. Daryl Henderson does have the ninth most rushing yards this year, 372. He is averaging 74.4 per game. He also has an 80% snap share for his team. Love to see it. Sonny Michel is getting a little more involved, but I'm not too worried about him. Daryl Henderson is taking this backfield and running with it literally. He's also already got 5 touchdowns this year through 6 games. Something you love to see.
We do like to see it. I think he's an absolute great start. One of the best running backs to have in fantasy at this moment, just because of the amount of volume he gets. And this is just a great matchup for him. So definitely going to want to make sure you get a hold of that.
Yeah, I apologize, actually. Real quick. Sorry. He has 5 touchdowns in 5 games because he didn't play week 3. So love it.
Like to see it. So my receiver for you guys that I'm going to be bringing to you is someone that I've been hyping up a lot this season and come off some slower games than what he started out with. That's going to be Brandon Cooks. Going up against the Arizona Cardinals this weekend, I do think that they're going to have a tougher game. I don't expect them to come into there and look like a well put together offense, but I do think that Brandon Cooks is going to be the only reliable option there again for Davis Mills, as I don't believe Tyrod Taylor is coming back this week yet. But he is someone that does seem to absorb a bunch of targets. Currently, 32.9% of the targets in Houston go to Brandon Cooks. And he is also leading the league in the amount of air yards this season. I think you're just looking at someone who's an absolute stud. The deep targets are there. The hog rate's there. You're looking at someone who is going to be getting targeted with no one really in that Cardinals defense that's going to be a pure shutdown corner or anything like that to completely eliminate him from the game. Expect Brandon Cooks just to be there on the upside of volume.
Brandon Cooks, another guy who's helping win games and leagues this year, doing very well, doing much better than most people expected. So I like that play, like it a lot. My wide receiver start of the week is going to be paired with John's quarterback start of the week. It is Jalen Waddle. Listen, he has had since Tua's been on the field. He's had 20 catches for 179 yards and 3 touchdowns. And that's with 2 games and 7 snaps or so that Tua has played this year. Love to see it. He's also got the 8th most receptions in the league at 37. So he's averaging just over 6 a game. This guy's a playmaker. They still haven't hit on the deep ball. I think it's coming. This week. Excited to see it. He's going to have an explosive play coming off a very hot game, 2 touchdowns. He's going to continue rolling, and he's going to roll over the Atlanta Falcons.
All right. Let's go to the tight end, everyone's favorite position. This week, I'm going to be telling you guys you need to get your hands on and be throwing them into the lineup. The new Arizona Cardinals tight end going bird to bird, Zach Ertz. I do think that him going up against Houston this week, who have ranked in the top 3 in fantasy points allowed to the tight end so far this season, you're going to be in for a spectacular, great day on someone who is already shown himself to be immensely talented. Not to mention how we watched the Cardinals feed Max Williams nearly 5 targets every game, keeping him hugely involved and only making the move to grab Zach Ertz when Max Williams went down with that season-ending injury. That gives me a huge indication that Zach Ertz is going to be heavily involved, and I like it against this defense. Great opportunity for him to get rolling in that offense.
Love it. I like it a lot. My tight end start of the week is Ricky Seals-Jones, baby. Had 15 targets over the last 2 games. Logan Thomas is still out. Going up against the Green Bay Packers, they're going to have to pass. They're going to have to pass a ton. And him and Taylor Heineke have started to connect. That was an ugly yawn, John. And I'm just messing. I like Ricky Seals-Jones. He's going to get some targets from Taylor Heineke against this Green Bay offense. They're going to have to throw the ball a ton to keep up because we all know how potent this Green Bay offense is.
I would have to agree with you there. I do think so.
I do declare.
Now, Let's jump into the sits. My quarterback sit of the day is obviously going to be Geno Smith. But because that's too easy, let's jump in with something a little bit more spicy. I'm going to recommend that everyone does not start Joe Burrow this week going to get against their division rivals, the Baltimore Ravens. Now, we do know how the Ravens defense has been able to shut down quarterbacks, but some of these games have been allowing quarterbacks you don't expect, like Jared Goff, to even have huge days on the weeks. So this could go either way, but I just do not think that Joe Burrow is going to be in a situation where he's going to be looking to be throwing the ball exceptionally well against this team. The only players that seem to be doing well against the Baltimore Ravens so far this year are going to be your tight ends, and that's about it. They are not the defense that you saw last season, but Joe Burrow does make enough mistakes to where they will be able to capitalize and just make this a shutdown game. I do not expect Joe Burrow to crack into the mid to high end quarterback twos, so I'm definitely going to not recommend not playing him this week.
All right. All righty. Sad for all you Joe Burrow owners. I actually am starting Joe Burrow over Taylor Heineke. And that is because Taylor Heineke is my sit of the week as far as quarterback goes, going up against the Green Bay Packers. Listen, he didn't rush at all. He didn't have any rushing attempts last week. Typically, that's where he's been, keeping his fantasy points up. He's also had 5 interceptions in the last 4 games, 6 in the last 5, and he's only had 6 touchdowns 6 passing touchdowns in the last 4 games as well. I think he's just kind of hitting the hiccup. And unfortunately, the Green Bay Packers, they're not an amazing defense up against the quarterback, but they're just above media. They're just above average. So I am worried about Taylor Heineke. I am sitting him anywhere I can.
All right. I like him this week. I think he's going to have a bounce back, but we'll have to see what happens. Green Bay's defense has been a little depleted coming into the season and what's going on with injuries there. But someone else you guys should completely be avoiding in all situations is going to be Miles Sanders. We've been talking about it for a while now, and last week just kind of reiterated that point. The team just does not give him the ball like they used to last season and the season before that. Miles Sanders is in a committee backfield with Kenneth Gainwell and Jalen Hurts. He is not getting the touchdowns. He's getting limited touches. And though his floor is somewhat higher than your average streamable running back, your ceiling's completely capped, and it's just not going to do it for you. Jalen Hurts isn't going to be peppering him with targets specifically. You're not going to want to be playing him into that offense.
Yeah. I agree. Nick Sirianni came out and said we need to get Miles Sanders the ball more. He said that today. And if you're following us on,
we'll see.
Yeah, I was like, I tweeted back from our account the Austin Powers, or not Austin Powers, the ride.
That's Austin Powers. That's Dr. Evil.
Yeah, Dr.
I guess
Evil.
the movie's Austin Powers.
Yeah, the movie's Austin Powers. Character's Dr. Evil.
Gotcha.
Let's go. What a catch. Holy shit. Cortland Sutton. Sorry, the game is on one-handed catch by Cortland Sutton. That was very nice. Running back sit of the week for me. And Alex Collins missed practice today. Okay. Rashad Penny is coming back from IR and is supposed to be full speed ahead. I see him picked up everywhere. And because John took Miles Sanders, because that's, my go-to. Anytime I can't find anybody, it's like, just sit Miles Sanders. Rashad Penny is my sit of the week. It's kind of weak, but people are going to start him. People are going to have questions about him, especially if Alex Collins is inactive. First of all, New Orleans Saints are second best against the running back not second best. They are 8th best against the running back position in fantasy points allowed. Also, Rashad Penny has just never shown anything. He hasn't shown it. So I don't trust Rashad Penny at all this week. No matter if he's starting, no matter if he gets the bulk, I don't care. I know Alex Collins did last week. It's not going to be the same.
I'm only going to say this because I drafted Rashad Penny in a dynasty league like 3 years ago. Look at his carry percentage. They just haven't given him a chance because he's been hurt. Guys, he's talented. He just needs a shot. It's not coming this week though. I'm not playing him. But I'm always hopeful that one day he will be something. So let's jump into my wide receiver sit of the week. And I'm going to recommend you guys sit another Eagle. And this one's going to be Devante Smith. Obviously, I'm beating up on this offense, and I just don't think that we're going to be getting high-end games coming out of Philadelphia this week. They are taking on the Las Vegas Raiders, who currently have been giving only 31.7 points to the receiver in fantasy football. And that's amongst the entire team. That's not to one particular player. So don't expect a 30-point game from them. But that does rank them near the bottom, roughly at number 6 on the season as least points allowed. And then Jalen Hurts, not being a very pass-heavy quarterback, leaves very little room for him to get much opportunity there. The only way we're going to have Devante Smith take over a big share and be a usable fantasy asset this week, you're going to be chasing a touchdown. And we can't do that. Not with the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right. All righty. My sit of the week for the wide receivers is Tyler Boyd. T. Higgins came back. Tyler Boyd only had 3 targets last week, 1 catch. It's not going to happen. This week, going up against the Baltimore Ravens, who is allowing the 6th least points to the wide receiver. Tyler Boyd is just not going to be used enough. I was hot on him when T. Higgins was out. And I was even okay when he came back, but it just last week and showed me it's not going to happen for Tyler Boyd. So not playing him.
I don't blame you at all. Not really excited for that game too much. Now let's jump into my last one. We got the tight end sit of the week. And this is a name we've picked on a little bit so far this season. We're just going to continue the trend. I'm going to tell you guys to be sitting Cole Kmet this week. And I really hope you listen to me. This week, they're going to be going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the Buccaneers are allowed the 5th least. Wow, I don't know why I cannot speak tonight. The 5th least amount of points to the tight end in fantasy football. And that is because that defense has just been shutting down the quarterback. Part of the other issue is the fact that Justin Fields has not proven to be a very competent NFL quarterback thus far, even though that can change at any point. I don't expect him to be able to keep Cole Kmet highly valuable. At the very least, Kmet is a streaming option.
All right. All righty. And my tight end sit of the week is going to be Gerald Everett. With Geno Smith at quarterback, it's just not going to be pretty. Going up against the New Orleans defense, who's a very solid defense, it's just not going to be good for him. It's just not going to be good. I think that whole Seahawks defense is going to be, or offense is not gonna run very well, very efficiently. So, not starting Gerald Everett this week. All right, guys, that is it. That is our must starts and sits of the week, week 7. Let's have a damn good weekend and fantasy weekend and fantasy matchups.
Do it.
All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We will see you later.